back, guys, to this new video. So today, guys, I'm going to be teaching certain things that I used to make my thumbnails, just some editing that I use in my videos. And today I'm going to be teaching you how I edit my thumbnails and make them in my channel. So that's basically it. If you're new to this channel, please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Remember, there's a giveaway that is coming on this December, this month. The giveaway will be done on Instagram live stream on the date that I'll be announcing, maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So stay tuned for the rest of the videos that we're gonna be posting. If you don't know how to get in the giveaway, all you need to do is to like this video, share with at least 2 friends, and also all you need to do is to follow me on Instagram so that you can get the chance to win the giveaway. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get straight to this video. So number one, I have already my Photoshop here opened already. So welcome back to Photoshop. Right, so these are some of the pictures that I was editing. So the first thing, you wanna go ahead and create, then you can give it a title of your own. Here you must make it. If you're not sure, just go to the Google and let me stop. There was something playing here a little bit. I'm gonna stop it like that, and then right, so we good. I wasn't having a network there, so let's go to this. You can search thumbnail. It's gonna write thumbnail size. I think it's like that. Thumbnail size. Then it's gonna give you here the recommended. We recommend your custom thumbnail. We have a resolution of 1280 times 720. So you're gonna come back to Photoshop here and put here 1280 by 720. That is it, right? 1280 by 720. Then you can give a title, but I'm not going to give it a title. Then you ensure that these are in pixels and 8 bits, right? So you're gonna go ahead and create. So this is the custom that we'll be using, the custom image that will pop up. Then so we want to insert our image here real quick. So inserting the image is pretty simple. You can do it in either ways there. If you like, you can be able to drag and drop, or you can be able to do file open, then it will pop up, or you can just Control O, that is Control O. Alright, so you're gonna drag and drop here and come back here, our file manager. The photo that you wanna use is in the SD file. Will be standing. Yes, let's have this image here. I think this one is what you're using in making, Now we're gonna Control Z just to make it into the position that it was earlier on. So number one, the first thing that we're gonna do is to ensure that this image here is filling all the proportions here. So to make it stable, so that you cannot interfere with the resolution of the image or the size, because if you do like this, for example, if you do like this, you realize that your image will be, it will be looking like not the way it is. So you Control Z to put it in the same resolution that it was. So to do it perfectly, just hold Shift and drag, and also come back to that corner here, Shift and drag like that, Shift and drag, like that, enter. Then the first thing, we want to make this image look nice, guys. We want to make it look nice. So what we're gonna do, we want to highlight this image here so that we remain with this image to do away with this background. We don't want to use this background. So what we're going to do is to use our, this is called quick selection tool. So we're going to use our quick selection tool. Come back here and ensure that it is in the plus sign. Then we're going to mark these points. I'm gonna mark these points. It will not mark it perfectly, so you're supposed to ensure that it is marked at least perfectly. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna control plus. We're gonna control plus to let us know the sides that we need to make adjusted, like this one here. See, my shirt is hanging there like that, so drag like that. So this one here, we're gonna, because you see this one here is here, so we want to make it next to the skin. So we go back here, put minus, and like that, and like that, and like that. Put it in the plus sign again, drag and drop. Oh, somebody's trying to call me, just a minute. Alright, so we are back. So the next thing that we're gonna do, you see this place here, we need to make it, we need to do away with it. So we ensure that it's in the minus side, then just drag like this, just drag like that, then ensure that it is at least at the edges of this nice image here, at the edges of this nice image here. I think at that point it will be nice. That point it will be nice. Alright, so let's go drag again. So let's start with the hand. Ensure that it's in the minus, then drag that nigger to the down layer. This one's here, you can just do like this so that they cannot interfere with your image, they cannot interfere with your with your image. Alright, so let us look at the hand. Ensure it is in the minus, so the hand, it can be like, so that it can be like this, cool. So this one here we can drag a little bit, just a little bit, because we don't want to interfere with that. It cannot come up to this point. It cannot. So literally this one we won't interfere with it that much, but because if you do like this, for example, let us change the resolution here to be let's make it to be, see, this is, that was 5, let us make it to be 1. Okay, so it is 1. So if we do like this, see, you see, that can make it to pop up like that. That can just really make it to pop like that. So let us see, down is okay, down is okay. So the head here is, it is marking on the shadow. So what we're gonna do is to start it from this point, like this, and up to that right corner there. Right, so we're gonna do away with that. So make it in the plus side, negative side, do away with that, do away with that, make it to the plus side, and just drag it a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Let me make it to 5 pixels. Alright, so don't stress yourself so much. Do not stress yourself so much. Just make it look at least popping. Just at least popping. At least popping. Just make it at least popping. At least popping. It should not be that much perfect. That much perfect. I think that is nice now. That is nice. Or we can drag a little bit. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Alright. So I think that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So I think that's cool. That's cool. So if you look at the top, the head is nice. The head is looking nice, and we can control and do it back like that. So you can see the image is kind of looking nice. The image is kind of looking nice. So what we're gonna do next is to right click. You can select inverse, or you can say layer via copy. So select inverse or layer via copy, so that it creates another layer here, so that if you do like this, you can see there are some scratches here. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that if you do like that. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna have this of our image. We're gonna have a different background. For example, we want to put another background that is different. I got some backgrounds here, so let's try make a blue background. A blue background. I always like a blue background. Blue background. Blue background. Okay, this one here. Blue background. Drag and drop. So go back and select that now, that tool, and drag it to the top corner. Drag it to the top corner as well. Right. So you see our image has disappeared, so we don't have our image here because our Photoshop always works in terms of layers. So the background here is at our very first layer. So this is the first layer, right? So if I want to make this our image to pop up here, I'm gonna select it and drag it on top, just like that. Select and drag on top, just like that. Alright, so the next thing that I'm gonna do, I can be able to now behave with this image the way I like it, because I have just introduced another layer. So I'm going to shift and make it at least a little bit large. I think that's nice. Then I'm going to drag it. I'm going to drag it up to that point. And click enter. Nice. So that is it. So the next thing that I'm going to do, this our background here, it is way too much. So I'm going to go to right opacity and reduce it a little bit. But if we reduce it, you realize that our image here will be popping up. So I can decide to do away with that, our image, do away with it, by just clicking the eye icon. Alright, so we are trying to reduce the opacity try to reduce the opacity, because if the opacity is at 100 and if it is at, you know, so just joking with it a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so let us leave it at that point. At that point is nice. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to make this image at least, you know, make it have some brightness, just to make it glowing a little bit. So click on the image here, come back to images here, say adjustment, brightness, increase brightness a little bit, just a little bit, because it's already bright. Alright, so you can be able to contrast it a little bit, just a little bit. Nice. If the image is not bright enough, you can adjust according to the way you want it. Right? So that's it. The next thing that you can do is, yeah, we can be able to, you know, create what is called outer glow or something. So we can click here, our image, the very image. We can double click at the right corner here, double click there, then this screen will pop up here. So we can outer glow. We can outer glow. That is outer glow, but we want to outer glow with the white color. So we can go ahead and choose the white color here, white color, then say that. So that white color, it's not very much. So we're gonna increase the size of the white color just a little bit, just a little bit. I think that's nice. Or we can go ahead and stroke. You can also stroke if you like stroke. You can go ahead and stroke. You realize that, but if you stroke, there are some marks here that we haven't done away with, so we can't stroke because those marks, we don't want to interfere with them. But maybe in some cases you can be able to do away with those marks, especially when you realize that the image is not nice looking. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and what is next? So you can write something. You can go ahead and write something. For example, if you want to write something, we can go ahead and, you know, use our pen or whatever, our writing tool, text like that, and you want to pop up here. So if you click right here inside the Photoshop, if you start writing, it will automatically start writing, right? It will automatically start writing. So I always like, you can go ahead and use the kind of fonts that you like. For me, I always like using Bank Big Condensed Bold. All right. So we can go ahead and say how to create, then go ahead and click this. Then we can go ahead and click again that, then say thumbnail. We can go ahead and say catchy. I don't know whether catchy is something like that. Catchy thumbnail. All right. You can go ahead and click that. So this is movable, it can move. This is also movable, it can move. So we can go ahead and, you know, at least make it larger by clicking shift, then expand like that. Click enter. Then this one also, you can go ahead and joke with it. Shift. But then let us introduce something that is not. Then at that point we can now shift, click enter like that. So the same thing, the same writings, you can be able to, you know, double click that right point, and we can be able to make them. We can outer glow or we can stroke. We can stroke as well. But I don't want to stroke, we want to introduce a shadow. So we can drop a shadow like that and say okay. This one again, double click the right corner of the image. Then the very thing will apply. Drop a shadow and say okay. So that's it. The shadow has been dropped like that. The next thing, I'm trying to like point this thing, so I want to introduce some arrow, like look, an arrow. I don't know whether I'll get an arrow here, an arrow, an arrow, an arrow. Some people always like using sunbursts, but you can be able to introduce sunburst, or yeah, anything. Sunburst is those things that are, they are catchy. Okay. I'm trying to get my arrow, but if you don't get, okay, I just got one here, curved arrow. So this is it. That is the curved arrow I want to use. So let me just expand it a little bit so that I can be able to get it right. So we want to interfere with this white background, so just come back to our quick selection tool and ensure that it's in the plus, and just select. It will select everything like that. Right click, say copy via layer, then this is it. So this is original image. Close the eye, remain with the image without background. Click that. So this arrow is like not pointing the way I want it to point, so I'm just going to be at this point down here. I'm just going to be shift and doing like this, dragging it like this, so it will be coming in a very smooth manner, like that. All right, so can you want to make it like that? Okay, so if you put this arrow at the corner here, it will automatically suggest to know that you are trying to make a corner. This one here, we can be able to make a glow, or we can be able to make a stroke. So we can stroke it, right? And I think this is it completely. If we can be able to add something that is trying to we can be able to add like some flowers, love, for example, an emoji like this emoji here. So let us just reduce the size a little bit, shift and drag, shift and drag, so that it cannot interfere with the resolution. Shift and drag. So click enter. So the same one here, you can be able to let us drop a shadow, and we can stroke as well. We can stroke, can add more shadow, like that. And I think that will be it for today. If you want to know something else about Photoshop or editing thumbnails, you can be able to let me know in the comment section, so that I can be able to do more and more. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you don't have Adobe Photoshop, I'll be making a link on the description here, so that you can be able to have one for free. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
When I woke up this morning and the haters were up